Now we are going to revise some topic. So let me write some points here. We can say device management. Okay, device management. So how we can manage the device? Device may be router or switch. How we can manage? First thing, we can manage with console. You know already the console cable we are connecting to the router or switch we are configuring. That is first thing with console. Second thing, we can say with the help of Telnet. Telnet is a protocol. We can say it is a application layer protocol with which we can access router or switch remotely. We can configure anything. We will get the CLI of the router. And we have another one, SSH. With the SSH also we can access the device, and we can do the same thing what we can do with the Telnet. But Telnet is unsecure. This one is not secure. This one is not secure. Here data is not encrypted. If anyone capture our packet, they can see our data. So that's why we are saying don't use the Telnet, use the SSH, because it is encrypted. Even if anyone catch our packet, if they try to read, they cannot read. It look like a garbage value. Then after that we have the SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. With this one also we can do some configuration. Most of the time we are using SSH. Sometime starting time we are taking console. Sometime we use the Telnet also, but most of the time we will use the SSH. So we are going to discuss SSH also later, but now we need to remember Telnet we done yesterday. So what we are doing, we have one router like this. It is connected to the switch, and then it is connected to one computer. This is a simple lab what we done in our previous class. So in this one what we done, first we assign the IP to this interface. We plan to give the IP 192.168.1.1/24. So we assign this IP to this interface. After that we configure the Telnet. Then we test with this PC we can access that router or not remotely. We done that one. And we assign the IP to this computer as 1.3/24, and we told we will assign this IP 192.168.1.4 to this switch. But later we told we need to assign to the VLAN because this is a layer 2 switch. Later we will learn how we can assign to this layer 2 switch IP. So yesterday what we done the important thing, that is how to configure the Telnet in this router. So here if you see, generally what we will do, if you want to do the configuration, we will write R1 configuration. Just we are writing for our reference purpose like this, R1 configuration. This is the configuration what we are going to do. Here we write enable because by default the router is in the user mode. So we will write EN, so it will go in the privilege mode. After that we are writing config T, so we will go in the global configuration mode. After that what we need to do, we can do that configuration. Example, if I want to enable the enable password, like whenever you put the enable, they will ask you password. Like when you are in the user mode, you want to go in the privilege mode, we will put the password. So we will write enable password, and we will give here anything like ABC I am giving. And after that we do the Telnet configuration. So we have the virtual VTY LAN. So we will use this virtual LAN to access the device. So we need to write LAN VTY when we want to configure the Telnet. LAN VTY. How many LAN we want to use? Example, if I have 2 engineer, if I want to give 2 engineer to access same time, means whenever they are planning to Telnet this device, they will do the Telnet same time. So we can write LAN VTY 0 to 1 means same time. 0 to 1 means 0 and 1. 2 guys can access this device same time. So we will write 0 to 1. If you want to give more guys to access same time, then you can increase here. If you write 0 to 4, then 5 guys can access this device remotely same time. Same time means same. Currently all the guys can access. 5 guys can access this device remotely. So we will write LAN VTY 0 to 4. Then we will write the password. Whatever password you want to write for this one. Example, if you want to give the password, you will write password ABC, and then you will write login. So when you do this configuration, after that in this computer you will write telnet and you will write this router IP. So whatever IP you have, you write that one. Example here in this scenario, we write this. So they will ask you the password and you will put the password here. If you write the password ABC, what we give here, telnet password, it will take you in the prompt, and then they will ask you the enable password. You will give the enable password like we taken the ABC for enable password also, and then you can go inside the R1 privilege mode and you can do whatever configuration you want to do. We done this in our previous class. And also if you see here what we done here, here we told we have the common password to everyone. Everyone can access with this password. Better we will have username and password, two things. What I mean, example, if I have maybe 5 engineers working in our company, all 5 should access the device but with the credential, not with our login. The one login all the guys should not access. They should use their own login details. They should have their own login detail. So in that scenario, what we will do, we will create the user. So if you want to create the user here or anywhere in this configuration, you can create. You will write user name and here give the name. Example, I will say I have one user ABC. I have the password. You will give ABC. So this is one user. Example, you have one more user. You will write here user name and give here. Example, you have Ali. So Ali and put the password. Whatever password you wish. If you want to give ABC, you give ABC. If you have one more user, write username John. Whatever name you want to put, you can put, and then whatever password for that user you want to put, you can put. I am giving ABC, you can give anything. Again, if you want one more user like this, you can create Hari, any name you can give, and then password for this guy you can create whatever password you want to give. I am giving ABC. So now you have this 4 user in our database inside the router. And what you need to do when you created here, you need to add here local. That's all. Only this new thing you will add. Let me write here. Here let me write with different color. Here you will write local. All configuration is same, just you will add here local and you will add this new thing. You will create the user. So after that they will instead of directly they are asking you password, they will ask you username and password. So you will put username and password, then you are able to access the router. This we learned in our previous class. And we told here what we told, we will have the problem here. If anyone, maybe any hacker is sitting here somewhere, if he captured what is packet is going from your computer to this router, he can read and understand what is going on, because this is not encrypted. And we told we need to do this in the EVENG or in the GNS3. In any one software we can use to do this one. Why means we can capture the packet. We can capture. How we can capture means with the help of Wireshark. We will use Wireshark to capture the packet. So with the help of Wireshark we can capture the packet and we can do the lab. Means if I want to show you this is not encrypted, this data, if anyone capture, if anyone read this data, whatever commands we are sending, whatever we are doing activity, everything is visible to that attacker or hacker. So to save that one, we are planning to use the SSH, not the Telnet. So now what we will do, we will use any one software. You can use EVNG or GNS3, any one is sufficient. We can use any one software and we can do the lab, and we can use the Wireshark to check what packet is going. Because when we use EVNG or GNS3, we can use the Wireshark. So Wireshark is a packet analyzer. We can say Wireshark is a packet analyzer. With the help of Wireshark, we can capture the packet what is going from this interface and we can check what is present in this packet. Okay, so what we can say, this is a Telnet configuration. Telnet is used to access the device remotely. Telnet is a protocol. How we can define Telnet? We can say Telnet is the application protocol which is used to access the device remotely through CLI. We can access device remotely. CLI we can access of this router. But you need to remember, by default it is not configure. In Cisco router and Cisco switch, by default it is not configure. You need to configure, then only you can access. Okay. So now what we will do, we will use the EVE